Please welcome Mrs. Claus.
Joyful faces in the audience, and I love your festive outfits. I love these hats and ears. Very nice, very nice. I'm so excited to share some of my favorite holiday stories with you. So I'm just going to quickly write you thank you very much, and we will get ready to share some wonderful stories of the season together. Now, do any of you have any favorite stories that you'd like to share with friends and family this time of year? Any favorite holiday stories? Shout it out if you can think of one. What was that? What was that? I love you forever. That is the spirit of the season indeed. So many of these stories remind us about the love that we have for our friends and families. Any other favorite holiday stories or even favorite holiday songs that you like to sing? What was that? A Christmas Carol. That is such a lovely story. And that really reminds us that we can find the spirit of the season in our hearts no matter what we have been through in our lives. That story lifts my spirits every year. You know, there are so many stories. One more, tell me. What's that? The Polar Express. Oh, that's a lovely one also. Another wonderful story about friendship and finding love in our hearts. There are so many wonderful stories inspired by this festive season of celebration and traditions. You know, one of my favorite traditions is baking cookies with Santa at the North Pole every year. Of course, he eats them all up very quickly, doesn't he? Do any of you have favorite traditions that you share with family and friends? Anyone? In the back? Yes, shout it out. What's that? Opening presents. Well, that's a favorite tradition indeed. We all love to do that over the holidays. Another favorite tradition here? What's that? Sharing presents with your family and friends? Oh, that's wonderful. Is there one in the middle here? Decorating the Christmas tree, was that it? Oh, I do love to decorate the tree at the North Pole with all the elves and Santa also. One more tradition here. What's that? Getting in the Christmas spirit. Well, that's what the season is all about, isn't it? One last one here in front. Decorating the Christmas tree also, that sounds like a popular one, and I do love that also. And you know, that is the perfect connection to our first story. The story that I am going to share with you today is about a Christmas tree. Now, this is a new story that I found this year, and I just love it because it reminds me that if we believe in ourselves, we can be anything that we want to be. Because if you think about it, the Christmas trees that we have in our homes, well, they weren't always Christmas trees, were they? They grew up in the forest with other plants and animals, and this is the story of one of those trees. It's called The Tree That's Meant to Be. I am the tree that's meant to be. I started life as a tiny seed, but soon enough it was plain to see that I was never ever going to be a perfect grown-up tree. I branched a bit to the left, too much to the right, and didn't really focus on my height, while other trees grew poised and tall. I lagged behind, looking different, feeling small. Spring, summer, Autumn, seasons came, stayed, and went. Then one harsh, cold winter night, the forest turned snowy white. The people came with measuring tapes and saws, searching for a flawless tree, a Christmas tree to cut and take indoors. Soon, one by one, the other trees were gone. It was just me, alone. I shivered. I shuddered. Is anyone there? I called into the night. But who would hear my cry? Who could speak the language of tree and understand me? And then, at dawn, foxes, deer, and birds, they had heard. Everyone brought berries, feathers, nuts, and flowers. They dressed me for hours and hours until I was a jolly festive tree. Hello, hello, welcome squirrel, greetings bear, laughter filled the air. Oh, my clearing rang with Christmas cheer. As darkness fell, a shooting star dropped down. It sank into my branches and shone so pure, so bright, that I became a tree of light. Among the creatures great and small, I felt loved. I felt tall. Seasons came, stayed, and went. I am no longer alone. This is my forest home. Through wind and rain, sun and snow, I grow. Always here, ever green. I am the tree that's meant to be. And I hope that gives you something new to think about when you see your Christmas trees at home or somewhere like this celebrating the spirit of the season. It can be a reminder to believe in yourself, no matter what's happening around you. Now, would you like to hear another story? Yes! Oh, wonderful! Well, I do think we have time for one more. And this one, some of you might have heard before. But I wonder if you could help me bring it to life with some sounds and movements. Do you think you could help me with that? Yes? Oh, let's try that again. Can you help me out? Yeah. Oh, that's more like it. Now, you may recognize this one, so just follow my lead and we will bring it to life together. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Now, what kind of sound does a mouse make? Let's see. Oh, very good. Oh, excellent. You might even see some mice on this ship if you keep your eyes open. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, so let's all hang our stockings, shall we? However many people are in your family, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Now, does anybody know who I mean by St. Nicholas? Can you tell me? Shout it out. Santa! Very good, because you know Santa goes by different names in different parts of the world. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, so everybody snuggled up tight, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled in for a long winter's nap. Can you give me a big snore like you're fast asleep? Oh, that's good. We're all fast asleep. Excellent. Well, out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter. Can you make a loud noise for me? Bend it down. There's a clatter. Oh, very good. I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. Everyone open the window. Whoosh! There we go. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Now, just to clarify, They weren't actually small, they just looked miniature because they were very far away in the sky, just to make sure we're all on the same page. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick, yes indeed. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled. Who can whistle? Let me hear you. Very good. And shouted the shout, ho ho! Shout like Santa. Here we go. Ho ho! There we go. And he called them by name. Now, who knows the names of all of Santa's reindeer? Do you think you know? Well, let's say them all together. All right, say it along with me. Now, Dasher. Now, Dancer. Now, Prancer and Vixen. On Comet. On Cupid. On Donner and Blitzen. Very good. To the top of the porch. To the top of the wall. If you know it, say it with me. Now, dash away. Dash away. Dash away. Oh, very good, everyone. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly. Can you make the sound of the wind? Whoosh. When they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So, up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each reindeer hoof. Can we make the sound of the reindeer on the roof? Very good. If you listen closely, you might hear them on Christmas Eve. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. What sound do you think Santa makes when he comes down the chimney? Woof. Yes, a big plop. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Do you know how much laundry I have to do after Christmas Eve? It is absolutely unbelievable. Santa gets so dirty going up and down those chimneys, but it's all worth it to deliver toys to everyone around him. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. Show me your twinkly Santa eyes. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a flower, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Yes, show me a long Santa beard. Very good, very good. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Now I know you all know how Santa laughs, so let's hear it. Here we go. Oh, excellent. Santa's in training here. Very good. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye, so give us a wink, and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, so everyone say, shh, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, so let's fill our stockings now. 1, 2, 3. Then turned with a jerk and laying his finger aside of his nose, so let's do it like Santa, and giving him a nod. Up the chimney he sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, so let's hear that whistle again. Very good. And away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight. Say it with me if you know it. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Oh, well done, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for helping me with that story. It was so wonderful to have you bring it to life. But I'm afraid that's all the stories that we have time for today. But I do have a special surprise for you before I go. Would you like to know what it is? Yes? All right, well, in order to see our surprise, I need you all to help me out. So everyone close your eyes, and I want you to think of a special holiday wish. Now, keep your eyes closed, and on the count of 3, we're all going to open our eyes and say happy holidays together, okay? Keep your eyes closed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy holidays!